Oh my God, guys. We had a night last night, and if you weren't up for it, and I know Philip and Lauren were both asleep last night, I was awake. I stayed up for all of the mayhem last night, so you guys don't have to. Let me explain it to you like you're five and break it all down for you. Joined as always by DONDI Season 2's Phillip Solomon and Lauren Pratt, podcaster extraordinaire. Guys, how you doing this morning? Philip, how are you?
We are great. It is for me 2 o'clock. For Lauren, it's what, 3 o'clock? All right, cool.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. All right, sweet. So let's pick it up from elimination. Let's at least start there. Were you in any way surprised? It was like a relatively smooth Thursday live episode, I think.
Yeah. Last night was it went pretty whatever. Like it was yada yada. Let's get through it. Let's get to the HOH competition. Obviously, we had a unanimous vote where that first vote is always so long. But last night, it felt like it lasted half the episode, just them getting through the votes. Did it not?
There were so many people there. So many
It's
people.
too much. It's too much at the beginning stages. And now we have, 17, 18 people? It was too much. But the real show happened after. So obviously the feeds didn't come back on until after the West Coast airing, even probably about 30, 40 minutes after the West Coast airing. I was live here with my chat talking about it, kind of going over the episode, waiting for the feeds to come back. When the feeds did roll back in, who did we have as HOH? Spoilers, everybody, just so you know, Rick Devens is the new HOH. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Oh my goodness. So I know yesterday I said Mallory and let's roll with it. I changed my mind because of everything that has gone down. Devens, yes, great entertainment. This is going to be an awesome week of Big Brother.
When I saw that, because that's pretty much the only real information I have that has happened since the episode, I saw that and I found myself, I always hate when the HOH stays on the same side of the house. I think that it just, for a second week, it just never really gives us anything like interesting and exciting. But from how interested and excited you seem, I feel like it's going to give us something. So like, I don't know. So for everyone at home that's like, I wonder what happened. I'm not playing dumb. I am this dumb. I actually don't know what happened last night. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, so let me break it all down. So I'm going to go a little bit of a tangent. I'll kind of stop in chunks and let you guys react and all that. But so last night I went off stream and I was like, I'm going to stay up and watch the feeds. I want to see what Devens does. He was having one-on-ones with everybody. And my God. So it starts essentially with he gets his HOH room. Everyone goes in there, does the whole kiss ass thing of, hey, Devens, congratulations. We love you. What have you? He's like, okay, I'm going to do one-on-ones with people. I want everyone to get an opportunity and we're going to do it all tonight. So whoever wants to come up here, we'll do one by one. And for a while there, it would seem like every conversation Devens had was people obviously, being like, what do you want to do? I want to work with you, what have you. And it started off pretty nonchalant where he was essentially saying, and apparently this is what happened in the HOH competition, where it was one of those competitions where you could have a partner and everyone who was playing with each other, and I don't know the full details, I'm just picking up by what I got from people, is when you're playing with your partner, it's like they've done in the past where it's 1v1. So whoever you're partnered up with, one of you goes home, one of you stays in the competition. Cool. Was originally what people were thinking. And at some point, Melody goes up to Rick because Rick doesn't have a partner and says, hey, Rick, let's team up together. And so he's like, okay, no problem. And then apparently from what Rick Devens said, they made a blunder on production where over the loudspeaker, they announced that basically you weren't playing against your partner, you're playing with your partner. And so as soon as that information slipped by production, Melody was like, oh, never mind, I'm going with Drew. So Rick Devens being like, okay, I'm smarter than this. I'm not that stupid. Being like, you only wanted to play with me. Doesn't say this to her, but says to her, so you don't want to be my partner now? What's going on? But he's thinking, okay, so you wanted to be my partner when you thought we were going against each other. But now that you know we're with each other, you don't want to be partnered with me. So that rubbed him the wrong way. And other people noticed it as well. It was brought up in conversations in the HOH room. So he's like, okay, perfect. You don't want to obviously work with me. I won the HOH. You're going to be my target. Apparently, in the competition, his partner ended up being Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on Hannah? Am I wrong? Oh my, not Hannah. Oh my God, why am I blanking on her name?
We're over here going, who's Hannah?
I'm sorry,
Maybe
guys.
like
I was
it
up all night. My brain is
could
fried.
very well be someone because I don't want
Haley.
Got it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that's
I don't know why I
much,
thought Hannah.
much better.
Apologize to everyone out there. Haley, my brain is a little off right now.
Well,
So
Philip and I were sitting there saying, did we miss a house guest?
Is there
No, honestly,
cast
it could
member?
have very well been us. We've only known who these people are for a week, so I'm like, okay, it's
My
fine.
brain is still off. It's still early in the cast. There's still a lot of people there. Yeah, Haley, I apologize. So what happened was Rick turned to her and said, hey, it's down to us two. Do you want me to throw this to you? And she's like, yes. So what he did was, it was apparently some kind of like shuffleboard thing or something where you throw something.
Cool.
And he got 35. And she had apparently carried them both the entire time and was scoring over 35 every single time. So he's like, okay, cool. We got this in the bag. She's going to win it. I'm not going to have to be HOH, but I'm safe because we made a deal. We're good. She proceeds to not hit 35. She basically blows it. And Rick Devens is the new HOH. So with Devens in power, he's going on one-on-ones with people, explaining to everybody, hey, I think I'm going to, obviously put up Melody. She's clearly someone that doesn't want to work with me. I'm thinking there's a few options I could have up there. Lala, who's clearly on that side and doesn't seem to be wanting to work with me, who would be a safe person to put up with me. I could, for me, I could also put up Lyric. I've got a few options, but his main thing was he didn't want to put up the people that were put up last week. So Taylor, Mallory, Yosh, because he doesn't want to play that game where it's just wash and repeat. We're putting the same people up every week.
Agreed.
He's like, I want to end that trend.
Cool.
He's also not going to put up anyone from Red Corner and not going to put up anyone from his current, big alliance. So what he does is he's like, okay, I'm obviously running out of names here. I got to take a shot, but I don't want to ruin my relationship with Rome because I feel like I have a good relationship with Rome. And if I do so and I don't get on the same page with him, that's going to screw up everything I have with Rome in that side of the house. So let me see what I can do. So the big conversation first starts when he pulls in Rome into the room. And basically what he tells Rome is, who do you feel comfortable with? Like, obviously, I feel like I'm going to have to target Melody, who I know is close with you guys, but is that someone expendable? And who else would be your non-negotiables? So originally Rome's like, okay, yeah, I like Lala, I like Jason, I like Lyric, what have you. He's like, but if you really want me to break it down to you, I would be very comfortable with our relationship and us working together in the future if you could just save myself, Lyric, Jason. And that was news to Devin's ears. He's like, perfect, great. I've got a bunch of other options. I'll keep you guys safe this week. If you guys get into power, you keep me safe. We'll be good and nothing bad in the eyes of each other, right? Perfect. Cool. No, that sounds great. Basically, Rome is throwing out, I'm not that close with Lala. I'm not that close with Melody, and so on and so forth. All these people that have been basically making him the king of the house on his side, he's willing to completely cut ways with them because he obviously knows he needs to save his essential alliance. And that is something that becomes fuel to the fire for Rome's inevitable downfall. So far, what are your thoughts, guys, on that little bit of information? We'll continue after this.
I actually prefer when you ask for protection for a smaller group. I think it's unrealistic of Rome. Like, if Rome named 8 names, I don't think that's helpful at all. And so for me, I think it's somehow helpful to name 2 to 3 names instead of 7 or 8. And so I don't hate that. I know that he did kind of blow up his inner alliance, but you would be stupid. I'm a firm believer of, if you have 8 best friends, you have no best friends, if that makes sense. And so I don't hate that.
Lauren, what are your thoughts?
I also feel as though Devins already kind of knew these were the specific people that Rome would say anyway. So I also agree that it's fine. But again, we knew this was coming with Rome. Rome is going to be his ultimate downfall in this game. It's just a matter of time. And we knew it was going to come up rather quickly.
Yeah. And so essentially what happens is Devins is now thinking, okay, so I'll be good with Rome. I'll be good with my side. Everyone knows I had a deal with Haley, so I'm not putting her up, even though that's what the house wants. And we're gonna go forward in this house. I'm gonna be, basically saving face with that side of the house, but also making my side of the house happy. So what he says is he's thinking, okay, I'm gonna probably put up Melody, some sort of combination of Melody, Lala, or maybe even Mallory, even though he said he doesn't want to put someone up that was on the block last week. He's trying to kind of go over maybe Yash. He's trying to figure out who could be that third person. So essentially what happens is he goes and does his one-on-ones with people, basically throwing out Melody's the target. Melody's the target. Like, she's not working with me. And then in comes Hurricane Angela. And my God, Angela comes in so hot, so prime time Angela. It's great. Where at first she runs into the room and she says, we can't trust him. We can't trust him. You can't tell him anything. And she's talking about Drew of all people. So her concern is she feels like Drew is playing all the sides, right? And even though Drew has brought them pretty much all of the information, there's the Four Corner Alliance that he didn't share with people, and that kind of is rubbing his side of the house the wrong way. Like, we've been getting all these information. Why aren't you telling us this one thing? Doesn't completely bite him in the butt, but is something that, because that was his relationship with Rome and that side of the house, that they felt like, why was that information not out there? But she also throws out, I also don't fully trust Barrett. Like, I feel like I'm closer with Barrett, but I feel like there's also that disconnect with the two outsiders of the non-icons in the group, right? So we can't tell them anything. But here's what we got to do, Devins. Like, I know he tells her his plan and all that, and she's like, that's great, but why don't we just take the big shot now? Why don't we just take the shot at Rome directly? Like, you obviously have made plans where it kind of protects yourself going forward, but you're Rick Devins. You're Rick Devins of all people. You should take the shot. You're the guy who loves the big move. And that's literally all she needed to tell Devins, because in that moment, it instantly becomes, you know what? You're right. I'm from Survivor. I'm on Big Brother. I know I'm probably not going to win. Let's blow it all up. Let's just go big and make a scene. Because Devins wants to be Devins. And I love it because it brought a lot of drama last night. So what happens next is he essentially tells Angela she needs to run down and talk to D. Make sure D is in the loop, because he had already talked to D, kind of saying the same thing about Melody being the target and where he was in the house. So then Angela scurries, and we get Devins looking in the camera and being like, you know what? This is the moment. Let's just blow it all up. Let's have a good time. Let's play Big Brother. And, it's all fun and games. We're all just playing a game here. But at the same time, we got to do what's best for us and make good, entertaining TV. So once he finally starts talking to people, he starts talking to people from, Red Corner Alliance, what have you. And he talks to Barrett. He talks to Drew last. He gives Drew less information than he gives Barrett. I feel like he even asked Barrett, how do we feel about Drew in this alliance? Like, is he someone we see going forward, like, long term? Barrett seemed like, I do believe the kid. I think he's brought us a lot of information, but I want to keep him at arm's length, because it does make me nervous, the fact that he is playing all sides, and it's pretty obvious. So Barrett seems like he's in a very good spot with Devins. Like, they're close. They're number ones with each other, what have you. So everyone kind of leaves, and Angela comes back to the room, and they basically discuss, this is like 3:30 in the morning at this point, and they're like, okay, we need to make it so that we can get everyone on the same board, right? Let's and Drew's in the room, no, it wasn't Angela, it was D and Drew, because it was Drew the last conversation, D comes in. They're like, we need to get everyone on board on the same page, and let's get everyone back in here and try to just do one big meeting first with our group, and then we'll bring in the Red Corner Alliance and make it official big group. So that kind of falls apart, because at this point, there's still a couple stragglers still awake, but there's, for the most part, some of the people, like Barrett is asleep, some other people are asleep, what have you. And then there's people just chilling. Melody's still awake, all that stuff. So they go, and somehow they're able to use Drew to get Melody away, and they're able to get all the Red Corner Alliance in there. They realize, okay, it's probably not going to work that we're going to be able to do our alliance first and then get Red Corner and form that. Let's just say screw it and just get everybody up here that we want to be a part of this, because in less than 24 hours, it's not going to matter who knows what's going on. So they get the Red Corner Alliance up there. And then the last stragglers are Kamu and Barrett. And so they have Angela go down, and they have Haley go down and get Kamu, and then they send D down, they're both in the have not room. And so they have her go to get Barrett, and Barrett's not waking up. Barrett's just not waking up. D's shaking him, all this stuff. It's like, you see the two clips, like I have the 4 camera angles up. You have everyone in the HOH room, like excited, pumped, ready to do something big, watching the screen, waiting to see Barrett and D walk around the corner. And when D goes in there, Jason had just come out of the DR and goes and walks in and sees D trying to wake him. He's like, I don't think he's going to wake up. He's pretty out of it. And she's like kind of panicking. She's like, oh no. And instantly Rome and Lyric, who are also in that room, wake up and be like, what's going on? What's going on? So she's like, oh no, nothing. I just wanted to talk to Barrett. Like it's all good. Like he's pretty asleep. I'll just talk to him tomorrow. She goes back up to the HOH room. She's like, it's not happening. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get him up in casualties. The fact that we got everyone else up here without anyone really noticing is a huge deal. So they're like, okay, we'll just relay this information to Barrett in the morning. But what happens was, with Jason, Rome, and Lyric still awake and seeing that, they're like, something fishy's going on, right? There's something weird going on. So they all decide to go and make tea in the kitchen area. Well, you have everyone else up in the HOH.
Like actual physical tea or like situational tea?
No, actual tea, because they're have-nots, so it's one of the few things they can have.
Okay, got it.
So you get all the people in the HOH room seeing that those people on their TV screen are seeing those people that are down there in the kitchen. And then you see the people in the kitchen on the other screen basically being like, who's all up there? Like Haley, like are they really Kamu? Are they really trying to do this right now? Like, what's going on? They really don't know how many people are there. They just have an idea that there's a group up there. They hear laughing, what have you. Well, this whole time is when they're forming, hey, we're going to take the shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to target that side of the house. But our big plan is to backdoor Rome. Our plan is we're going to put up Melody, Jason, Lyric, with the backdoor target being Rome. And the only outcome that can't happen is we can't have Rome win the power of veto, because then that'll screw everything up. Anyone but Rome wins the power of veto, we're good. Anyone on our side will use it, take one of them off, put Rome up, what have you. So this is what we want. Everyone's on board. They're all cheering. They're laughing. And meanwhile, you get the other shot of all three of them down there making hot tea, whispering, and Rome is just stewing. He's stewing the entire time watching this play out. You see him just constantly staring back up at the room. He'll hear laughter all of a sudden. He'll be like, what could they possibly be laughing about now? He's like, I feel like I need to go confront them. I need to go say something. I got to do something about this. This is ridiculous. Because he's thinking in his head, it's Kamu and Haley like kind of starting drama or trying to start something, not realizing half the house is up in that room right now. So at a certain point, they've had the full conversation. They have a good idea of what they're going to do, but you can tell by the split screen, this is lasting too long. Like, they got to kind of wrap this up. And at some point, Rome's like, you know what? Screw it. After Lyric telling him many times, don't do anything. Don't go up there. Don't go up there. Don't go up there. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I'd rather have a face-to-face. I need this to happen. Rome goes up to the door and rings the doorbell. They all instantly hush, and they're like, oh my God, he's at the door. He's at the door. We can't open it. We can't do anything. So instead of probably doing the safer thing of just opening the door and like, hey, come on in, we're just all hanging out, they decide to not answer the door and just let Rome stand there. And I kid you not, it felt like an eternity. It was probably 5 minutes of him just standing by the door, right? And I forgot to mention earlier with Angela going in, she eventually grabbed Barrett because she's like, screw it, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna go down there and they can say whatever. If Jason speaks up, I'm gonna say something to him. So she goes down there and she's like, okay, hi guys, yeah, I'm just trying to go do something. And then she grabs Barrett, and they really know at that point something's going on. Like something clearly is going on. And they're walking. He's like, oh, she's like, okay, good night, guys. And he's like, oh, Rome's like, are you gonna go to sleep up in the HOH room? She's like, no, I just thought you guys were going to bed soon, so I just want to say good night. And so they walk up in the room, and that's when Rome decides to go up and knock on the door. So sorry, my events are a little out of order, but that's when it was just mayhem. They're all laughing in there. They're all trying to hold their breath and not say anything. Devins is like, don't answer the door. Don't answer the door. Don't do it. So you have Rome just staring at the camera, staring down at them, being like, what is going on? He's waving in the camera like, hey, I'm out here. You can open the door. It's just me. No one's doing anything. They're all whispering. They go inside the bathroom in the HOH room. They're like, we're going to have a little powwow in here so he can't hear us because this is happening. We don't even care. We're drawing a line in the sand now. We're going to do it tomorrow, but now it's clear and obvious of whatever. And they come up with the tool shed for their team name.
Philip dislikes so hard right now.
The tool shed, because they're going to get all those tools out of the house. Now, Drew was the one who came up with the name. I think everyone was just like, we got to come up with something quick. Let's get out of here because this is already awkward enough. And lines have been drawn, guys. Rome ends up going back down the stairs and be like, that's weird. They didn't answer. Something's going on. Why wouldn't they let me in? And he's like, I rang the doorbell. Like, I know they could hear me. Like, what's going on? And Jason and Lyric, to their credit, are kind of like, they're panicking. You can see everyone down there is panicking, but they're all kind of like, oh, it's okay. Like, maybe, they're talking, like, let them talk, whatever it may be. And the other side decides, okay, we got to go. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, guys, let's wrap this up because I want to see what happens when they all leave the room. And 4:30 in the morning, they're like, all right, Devins is going to go to bed. We're going to slip out of here. They all start to trickle out, and he's like, just all go together. Just all go as a team together, whatever. So they all kind of trickle out, and Rome has already gone and looked at all the beds to see that half the house is up in that room and realizing there's a lot more people than we thought. And he's just sitting there watching them all walk down the stairs, and he's like, hey, guys, do you not hear me ring the doorbell? Like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, no, we didn't hear anything. Like, I'm not sure. Like, that's weird. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, no. And most of them are dead quiet, like not looking them in the eyes, not making eye contact, just walking straight to their beds. And Rome's like, oh, that's weird. He's like, I wonder if the doorbell didn't work, even though he knows the doorbell works. Like, he just is like trying to make an excuse because he's panicking because he thought, but last time he talked to Devins, he has a great relationship with Devins. Everything's working out great. And then Haley decides to be like that last person. She like went and brushed her teeth and like walked by him. He says something. He's like, oh, so you guys have fun up there or something to that extent. Don't quote me on this. It was 4:30 in the morning. I'm very tired. He says something to her and she's like, yeah, have a good night. She's like, tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Insinuating something's going to happen at HOH. And like I said, don't quote me. That might not be the exact quote. It was something to that extent. And then they're all stewing, right? At that point, they are full panic mode. And I have a clip right here that I do want to pull up because it is so good. And I missed this because at this point, they're all going to bed. I ended up being like, okay, I got to call it at a certain point. The last thing I saw is they're all out there in their beds. Rome and them are still in the kitchen panicking. And Rome's like, you know what? I'm going to go up to Devin's room and at least knock on the door and check with Devins because we were good. We had a good deal going. He goes and knocking on the door. Devins is getting into the shower. He's like, this is going to be awkward. This is going to be awkward. Sorry, I'm not answering that door. So Devins by himself in the room with the shower going. He's like, nope, not happening, bud. Sorry. Doesn't answer the door again. So at this point, Rome's just like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? And here is the clip. Let me pull that up real quick for us over here because it was such a good representation of basically the panic you could tell going through everyone's mind in that moment for the Rome, Jason, and Lyric of it all. Okay. And Jason was like the most calm and collected out of all of them. Like him and Lyric were very calm and collected, but this is what we saw. Here we go. Let me pull it up. All right, here we go. You guys can see it?
Yeah.
Full sprint.
Where's Barrett? Barrett, are you playing me? Like the UND thing. Are you guys fucking with me? Like, isn't it all a ploy? Like, is it like a ploy, like a scam? Is it a scam to make me comfortable with you guys? Are you serious? Are you sure you pinky promise me?
That evil.
Okay, you promise.
Yes, I promise.
It will break my heart, Barrett.
No.
What's wrong? What's wrong? You're making me look so hard. My heart.
Oh, just that killed me because that was like a perfect representation of everything. Like just full panic mode.
We have thoughts. Philip, go
They need to
first.
go to bed. It's been like there's nothing positive. Like, okay, all of us remember when like you went out in like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, or whatever. You were up till Lord knows when, but nothing positive happens after 2 a.m. It just doesn't. And even if you think it's not gonna. Like it always falls apart every single time that you're like, oh, we should have gone to bed. Yep, this is a mess. I think if Jason, Lyric, and Rome were sleeping, although that wouldn't have helped their situation any better, at least they wouldn't have been as paranoid. It's so much worse when people are talking about you and you're actively aware of it. It's like, it's very frustrating. And I got to experience it like firsthand. And I think one of the things with Deal or No Deal Island or Survivor or Love Island or whatever else is people are having these conversations, but there's no rooms or walls. So imagine all these meetings happening in like broad daylight because there's no, like, it's just out there. And so I think one of the weird parts about this show is there are so many rooms and little like places that people can meet up. And so it almost kind of feels like there's always something going on that you don't know about.
Yeah. Lauren, what are your thoughts?
I can't wait to see how they clip this and put it together. It's perfect. It's Hot Mess Express, exactly what I want in a Big Brother season completely. And from Devin's perspective at all, people pick and choose. Am I coming into the game to win Big Brother, or am I coming into the game to be entertaining? And we see it time after time with how contestants pick and choose with the way they decide to play this game. And you know what? As a fan, as a viewer, I am personally not mad about it. If you don't think you have a chance, at least make it entertaining and don't be a snooze fest.
All right, so I have the clip of them all walking down the stairs if you guys want to see it. It's a
Perfect.
little long, so I'm going to try to cut it up a little bit, but it's great. All right, so let me big screen, and it's you get the shot of all four, so it'll.
I think this is the only clip I've seen on Twitter. If it's the one that ends in Rome, I was like, oh, that's going to be usable for everyone forever and ever.
All right, here it is right here. All right, let me screen share. X, perfect. All right, so let's pull it up right here and we'll start. So they decide they're all going to walk down together to just make it as little awkward as possible.
Let's go. You guys didn't want to open the door when I rang? That's not cool. That's not cool. Yeah, heck yeah, twice. That's not cool.
On Big Brother.
A little sloppy. Angela said you guys were hanging out, so I wanted to see. I couldn't sleep.
I gotta fucking brush my teeth though.
We icons
They
for
are
a reason.
tired.
Yeah, just having fun.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just watch Rome's face when they show the clip of his
I'm
face.
sorry.
No, this is it. That I was like, yo, they're going to be able to use this forever and
We
ever.
play hard around here. We play hard. We play hard around.
Right here.
What is that face? But then, wait, it gets even worse. And I'm like, but what's happening here?
Oh, it's such a good shot.
That was funny.
Yeah,
It's right there.
that was funny. Maybe the doorbell's broken.
The slow
This is
zoom in.
Crazy. When you realize that like there's no camera crews there, like someone is behind a wall, be like zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Like this is the best part. There's no camera crew there. So like he has to know that eyes are on him and know that someone is behind a wall going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And like it's just the most This is so bad.
I wish someone would have the clip of
shit.
Haley, basically what she said to him on the way out. But yeah, no, let me get some more of your guys' thoughts on how this is all going to work out, how this is going to play out. Let's see if I can find another clip before we kind of wrap this up. So go ahead. So what are you guys thinking? Like, do you think this is going to work out? Do you think that they're going to be able to get out Rome?
Well, here's the problem, and we brought this up. The point of the back door, if you have the blockbuster, that's gonna cause issues here. Whenever there's a plan such as this, it blows up. I think what's going to happen, you're gonna have your initial noms, someone's going to win the veto. They then put Rome up if Rome does not participate and or win the veto. Rome wins the blockbuster, all hell breaks loose for the eviction, and I won't be disappointed in it, because when you have a target in mind and that person is then the one to win, and then you go, oh shit, what are we actually doing? And everyone's scrambling. That is fun, Big Brother.
Yeah, I think that Rome is too powerful as far as just like athleticism and stuff like that. To be honest, though, I don't know if the intellect is there. So if it's a booth competition where it's something where they have to like remember something or make a prediction or write down the closest number or whatever else, that would be the only way that he's not going to win it. But like someone like that, I have very much like I have experience with that where like he's gonna clock in and do whatever it is, unless it is involving a skill set that he does not have.
All right, so here's the last clip. I hope it includes the full thing. I can't really hear it right here from this screen. So this is the clip of Haley basically kind of hinting at you guys are in trouble. So let's see if it plays it. We get the zoom in again.
Insanity. What? A serial killer.
Want to put the lid back on?
Good night.
Good night. Sleep well.
Oh, they cut it right before. Should be a fun day tomorrow, is what she says.
Ew. Ew.
Oh boy.
So yeah, if you guys have any comments in the chat, we're 30 minutes in. We're probably gonna wrap up here in just a second. But I just want to, if you guys have anything in the chat you want to ask us, talk about, what have you. It was last night's feeds, like when I kid you not, just watching it all play out, where it seemed pretty cut and dry. Like he was doing his talks, he had a main target. What happens? It's just your normal HOH start to the week. But then it just all goes boom. And I was so here for it. Asher says, do you guys think that Jason could go home this week? Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
much so. And that's going to make me so sad, because I think he is one of the people in the game that if he can just make it another week or two, he'll be there for a while. But it's one of those where like if he gets out early, it's done. But I think he has enough charisma and personality and socialization skills that like if you leave him in there too long, he might make it top 4 or 5 or 6. But so like he is someone you have to get rid of right now if you want to get rid of him at all.
Lauren, what are your thoughts?
I think that if their planning does not go to quote unquote plan, Jason is a potential backup where they're just going to say, we have to get rid of Jason here. But Phillip, as you said too, I do think Jason is someone that could potentially maneuver himself out of the situation, maybe question mark. Because here's the deal, and this is what I do enjoy about Big Brother. You could be in trouble in one moment and someone else does something where they fuck it up and they are now the one in trouble, quote unquote. Ashley, thank you very much. So anyone can create a demise for themselves, which then puts you in a better position. And so we'll see what happens with this week, because this is what we're seeing right now. Imagine what the extended week is going to look like.
Yeah, I think if they somehow aren't able to get rid of Rome, or somehow he wins some kind of safety, whatever it may be, I think that Jason is the next biggest, juiciest target. I do think Melody's in a little bit of trouble just because of what she said with Devins, and Devins might be like, well, I know that's a for sure person that's going against me. But I really think the fact that those three were down there and that interaction happened, I feel like it's going to be any combination of those three that do go home. And they can't save everyone. They have the numbers essentially to get whoever they want out of the house. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a wild week. I think the noms are going to blow up because Devins is essentially going to say, hey, in the nomination ceremony, going to be like, hey, I'm putting up these people, but just so you know, Rome was willing to give up on a silver platter. Yosh, Lala, what have you. He's going to be like, all these people who you guys felt good, Melody, you guys all felt good with him. And he was like, you guys are, I'm willing to lose you in the game to keep these two other people. So part of the, excuse me, the nomination ceremony today, it's going to go. He's like, who are we kidding? We see two tribes here. This is going to be two tribes facing off against each other all season long. Let's see how it plays out. So,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where the heck were the other people? Were they just sleeping? Because
Sleeping.
I'm sorry. I just don't think that I'd be able to, if you knew even slightly something was going down, I'd be in the kitchen too. Shit.
a lot of them had already had their one-on-ones, and so they were all kind of, it was late in the night. Everyone was like, okay, they feel good. They've talked to Devins. They understand where the target was. And a lot of them are just, that's kind of how the game that they've played all season long, where they just have one, like even Taylor was like the worst conversation. She went in there. He's like, hey, you're safe. I'm not going to put anyone up who was out or up last week. So you're good. She's like, okay, cool. Thank you. That's all I need to know. He's like, well, you don't want to talk more? Like, we just came in here. Like, you should probably have a little more of a conversation. So people, because everyone I've talked to has been like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, this is 30 seconds. She's like, well, yeah, like, what do you want to talk about? Like, you know, like really giving him nothing. Right. So it's just not smart gameplay. At least you have that time with the one-on-one with the HOH, like get to know them, try to, you know, preach safety, whatever it may be. It just felt a little sloppy. And that's why I feel like the people that were asleep at that point, that fit kind of their place in the house.
I say, I know this sounds bad, unpopular opinion. I'm with Taylor. We're there for 24 hours a day. If you tell me I'm good, then I'm like, oh, then there are more significant interactions you need to have. Then like, I'll speak to you in the morning over eggs. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're there all day. And so in turn, especially for me and knowing we're going into a Friday, we're going into a set, like we don't have another live show for a while, then we can talk tomorrow at the pool or workout or whatever else. But like, if I know you're trying to meet with all, 16 in that evening, and you say you don't have anything to worry about, all right, then you stay blessed. Hit me up. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, cool, great.
Yeah, it was a wild night. It's like, okay, you know what? Why do we have to be nonchalant about this? Why do we have to hide this? Let's just go out. Let's have our conversation as our group, make this a thing. And no matter what, we're good because we have the votes this week to make whoever we want to go home. It doesn't matter who's not in this room. And we're going to use that feel of what Rome said about who his untouchables were to the people that felt like they were good with Rome in the nomination ceremony to try to bring those people in, or at least bring them on side. Not a part of the alliance, but at least let them know, hey, we're good with you, but this was what was said about you. So everyone in the house could be against them.
So last thing to throw out into the universe, I already threw it out with you two, but just so that everyone's aware, Ashley was eliminated last night and has not gotten her social media back and did not have an interview this morning on CBS News or any of the exit press. And the only thing that could mean is that there is some kind of battle back situation, because that is the only time they don't let the players back into the wild per se. And so I didn't see any exit interviews, anything that a player would normally get. So that means they're probably still holding her somewhere. I
actually, when I was scrolling through this, I did see she had an interview with Mike Bloom.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah. So I just noticed it right now when I was scrolling through Twitter. So that's the one thing is I think maybe it's just running a little late, or maybe that's the only interview she's done so far.
Well, to be honest, it was weird because half of me is thinking they're holding her for a battle back, and the other half of me was thinking they didn't talk about the game or do any of the normal exit questions because they were trying to finish before the Trump union started, if that makes sense, because they were like, it's live, we gotta go. So like, I wasn't sure which one it was, but I do just always like to like stir the pot a little bit and be like, this is a possibility, heads up, like I noticed it, so maybe someone else did. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a great observation. I just I literally wouldn't have noticed that if I didn't see it just now on my screen. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Last night was crazy. Go check out all the people on social media. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone on YouTube breaking it all down. I literally was asleep till about an hour ago because I was up so late last night that I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna probably rest the rest of the day before I have to go into work. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Phillip, Lauren, you guys jumped on at the last second. We said we got to talk about this. I couldn't wait to tell everybody what happened last night. I just wish I was live streaming till 4:30 in the morning last night because it was so good. No, yeah.
Phillip said no. That's when I'm waking up, is what Phillip is saying.
Honestly, I woke up this morning at 4:45. So yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there while see how nominations go today, how much the house completely blows up after nominations happen. With that being said, we're gonna head out of here. We'll have more content. I'll be going live late night tonight. Hopefully we have some more drama tonight once I get off work around 1 a.m. West Coast time. So if you guys are awake, if you're a crazy night owl like me, come hang out with me in the chat at After Show on YouTube, twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby. And with that being said, we will see you guys later on tonight for our live feed coverage. Bye, guys.
Bye.